everyone, this is the sixth and last video tutorial in the series of antidiabetic agents. In previous tutorial, we have discussed classification of oral hypoglycemic drugs, and in this tutorial, we are going to discuss mechanism of action of oral hypoglycemic agents. In previous video tutorial, we have seen that oral hypoglycemic agents are classified into main 6 classes. In that, sulfonylurea and meglitine analogous are the classes of insulin secretagogues, which means they enhance the secretion of insulin. Then, biguanides and thiazolidinediones are the classes of insulin sensitizers, means they enhance the sensitivity of insulin. Fifth class is alpha glucosidase inhibitors, and sixth class is DPP4 inhibitors, means dipeptidyl peptidase 4 inhibitors. We have discussed in the tutorial of insulin that insulin is essential to utilize glucose in our body. So, by enhancing level of insulin by one or another way, means either its secretion or its sensitivity, its action, we can reduce the level of glucose in our body. So, in mechanism of action, we are going to see that by enhancing level of insulin, either by its secretion or its sensitivity, we can reduce the level of glucose in our body. Mechanism of action of oral hypoglycemic agents. In that, the first class is sulfonylurea. We have seen that sulfonylurea and meglitine analogous are the classes of insulin secretagogues, means they enhance secretion of insulin from beta cells of islets of Langerhans of the pancreas. Here we can see in the figure of beta cell of pancreas. This is the figure of beta cell of pancreas. Sulfonylurea act by ATP sensitive potassium channel. First, GLUT2 means glucose transporter 2 transports glucose from plasma membrane of liver or pancreas or intestine or kidney to this beta cell. GLUT2 means glucose transporter 2 is a transmembrane carrier protein which facilitates transportation of glucose, and by this GLUT2, glucose enters the pancreas beta cell. Here in beta cell, with the help of glucokinase, glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate, and this glucose 6-phosphate enters Krebs cycle in the mitochondria. And by this Krebs cycle, energy is produced in the form of ATP. This ATP facilitates the action of potassium channel, because this channel is ATP sensitive potassium channel. It needs ATP for its action. So, this ATP facilitates the action of this potassium channel. Here we can see that this potassium channel is divided into 2 subunits. The first one is sulfonylurea receptor 1, and the second one is inversely rectifying potassium channel. Sulfonylurea bind with the sulfonylurea receptor 1 and block the efflux of potassium through this channel. The action of this channel is to efflux potassium from beta cells to outside. When sulfonylurea binds with this channel, the efflux of potassium is blocked, and because of this blockage, a depolarization of this beta cell results. And due to this depolarization, voltage sensitive calcium channels are opened, and due to this opening, calcium enters the beta cell and the level of calcium in beta cell is enhanced. This enhanced intracellular calcium channel activate calcium sensitive proteins. These proteins promote the release of stored insulin from beta cells. I am repeating, GLUT2 means glucose transporter 2 transports glucose to the pancreatic beta cell. With the help of glucokinase, glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate, which enters Krebs cycle in the mitochondria, and then energy is produced in the form of ATP. This ATP facilitates the action of ATP sensitive potassium channel. This channel is divided into two subunits, sulfonylurea receptor 1 and invalidly rectifying potassium channel. When sulfonylurea bind with the sulfonylurea receptor 1, it causes blockage of this channel and blockage of potassium efflux. Due to this blockage, depolarization of the beta cell results. This depolarization activates voltage sensitive calcium channel, and through this channel calcium enters into the cell, and this enhanced intracellular calcium concentration activate the protein, and this protein causes the release of insulin from these stored vesicles. Stored insulin vesicles, insulin is released, and thus sulfonylurea enhance the secretion of insulin. This is the effect of sulfonylurea in the pancreatic beta cell. Other than these actions are known as extrapancreatic effects, and these effects include inhibition of lipolysis, inhibition of platelet aggregation, suppression of hepatic glucose output, means glucose output from liver is suppressed, enhancement of glucagon secretion by alpha cells. Glucagon also causes output of glucose from liver, and this glucagon secretion from alpha cell is enhanced, and enhancement of insulin receptor sensitivity. These extrapancreatic effects of sulfonylurea are observed in various organs including liver, fat and muscle. Second class is meglitinide analogous. This is also the class of insulin secretagogues, means this also enhances secretion of insulin like sulfonylurea. Meglitinide has much similar actions like sulfonylurea, means it also acts on pancreatic beta cells and enhances the release of insulin from beta cell. The only difference is the meglitinide has a distinct binding site on the sulfonylurea receptor of ATP sensitive potassium channel in the beta cell membrane, resulting in the release of insulin. The only difference between sulfonylurea and meglitinide analogous is both of them have different binding sites on the sulfonylurea receptor. Other than this, all the mechanism of action is similar. Just like sulfonylurea causes release of insulin from beta cell, like that only meglitinide also causes release of insulin from beta cells. But meglitinide have rapid onset of action and shorter duration of action comparable to sulfonylurea, and meglitinide causes much faster release of insulin than sulfonylurea. So it has rapid onset of action, and because of that it should be taken during meal or just before meal. It has shorter duration of action. It has only duration of action around 1 hour, while sulfonylurea has duration of action several hours. So in the case of meglitinide analogous, the risk of hypoglycemia is less when comparable to sulfonylurea. And because of the similar mechanism of action, meglitinide should not be used in combination with sulfonylurea. Third class is biguanides, also known as guanidine derivatives. This is the class of insulin sensitizers, means it enhances the sensitivity of insulin. It does not enhance release or secretion of insulin, it enhances the sensitivity of insulin. Its mechanism of action is still not clearly understood, but the explanations which offer for their hypoglycemic action are: its major action is to be believed that it suppresses hepatic gluconeogenesis and glucose output from liver. Gluconeogenesis means production of glucose from non-carbohydrates. It suppresses gluconeogenesis in liver and glucose output from liver. This is the major action which is to be believed of mechanism of action of bicarbonates. It also enhances insulin-mediated glucose disposal in muscle and fat. It also enhances anaerobic glycolysis, means the transformation of glucose to lactate when limited oxygen is available is known as anaerobic glycolysis. And it also inhibits intestinal absorption of glucose, other hexoses, amino acids and vitamin B12. These all are the mechanism of actions which are believed to be of bicarbonates, and by all these actions the level of glucose is reduced in our body, because glucose is utilized by glucose disposal in muscle and fat and in anaerobic glycolysis, and also inhibit intestinal absorption. So glucose level in our body is reduced. The only available bicarbonate currently is metformin. Metformin can be used alone or in combination with one of the other agents as well as with insulin. But when metformin is taken in combination, the risk of hypoglycemia is there. Fourth class is thiazolidinediones, also known as glitazones or TZDs. Exact mechanism by which thiazolidinediones lower insulin resistance remains to be elucidated, means it is not clear. They are known to target PPARY, means peroxisome proliferator activated receptor Y. Ligands for PPARY regulate adipocyte production. Adipocytes are the fat cells, and secretion of fatty acids as well as glucose metabolism. The ligands, thiazolidinediones stimulate PPARY, and ligands of this PPARY regulate adipocyte production, secretion of fatty acids as well as glucose metabolism, and this results in increased insulin sensitivity in adipose tissue, liver and skeletal muscles. Fifth class is alpha glucosidase inhibitors. The only form in which glucose is absorbed in our bloodstream is its simplest form, which is monosaccharides. Starch, with the help of alpha amylase enzyme, is converted into disaccharide or oligosaccharide or trisaccharide, means maltose or dextrine or maltotriose. And from these di or oligo or trisaccharide, with the help of alpha glucosidase inhibitor enzyme, they are converted into monosaccharides. So, alpha glucosidase is essential to convert di or oligo or trisaccharide to monosaccharide, and glucose in the form of monosaccharide only can be absorbed in our bloodstream. These drugs, alpha glucosidase inhibitors, inhibits the enzyme alpha glucosidase. So, the conversion of di or oligo or trisaccharide into monosaccharide is inhibited, and so they cannot be absorbed in our bloodstream, and ultimately the blood glucose level in our blood is reduced. Sixth class is DPP4 inhibitors, means dipeptidyl peptidase 4 inhibitors. They are also known as gliptins. DPP4 dipeptidyl peptidase 4 is the enzyme which inactivates incretins. Incretins are nothing but the group of metabolic hormones which includes GLP-1, GIP, etc. GLP-1 means glucagon-like peptide 1, GIP means gastric inhibitory peptide. Both of these are the members of glucagon peptide superfamily. And in these incretins stimulate insulin release and inhibit glucagon release, which results in the lowering of blood glucose. These we have seen in the previous tutorials. And this dipeptidyl peptidase 4 inhibits incretins. So this inhibition is to be inhibited to lower the blood glucose level, and this inhibition is inhibited by DPP4 inhibitors drugs. Incretins stimulate insulin release and inhibit glucagon release. So this results in lowering of blood glucose. But dipeptidyl peptidase 4 DPP4 enzyme inhibits incretins. So this inhibition should be inhibited, and this inhibition is possible by DPP4 inhibitor drugs. They inhibit DPP4 enzyme. So inactivation of incretin is inhibited. and incretin can do its work properly, which is to lower blood glucose level. These all were the mechanism of action of oral hypoglycemic agents. Next point is adverse effects of oral hypoglycemic agents. Here we have taken only main adverse effects, means major adverse effects of the classes. Sulfonylurea, meglitine analogous and thiazolidinedione have common adverse effect, which is weight gain due to fluid accumulation in the body. Meglitine analogous and sulfonylurea have other adverse effect, which is hypoglycemia. Then bicarbonates causes nausea. Thiazolidinediones have the risk of hepatotoxicity. Bicarbonates and alpha-glucosidase inhibitors causes GI tract disturbances, and DPP-4 inhibitors causes nasopharyngitis and headache. These all are the major adverse effects of these oral hypoglycemic agents. Thus, in this series of antidiabetic agents, we have discussed all about the antidiabetic agents. Hope this will help you to understand the action and types of antidiabetic agents. Thank you.